fucking
That's
movie.
you should do that next time.
Hello, everyone. We are here. Kusri now has arms. Lucky bitch. Help desk refuses to come in from outside because he is a bull boy and refuses to come in and do his thing. But tonight we're going to be talking about one of the best movies of all time, Spaceballs, the movie. And this is Spaceballs, the review. Get it? See what I did? So many of us are called Spaceballs. See? Huh? References? See,
I can't breathe in this thing. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, help desk has a case of the spices at the moment. So, anyway, I fucking love this movie. This movie's from the 80s, one of the best decades for movies. Before the spoofs went all shit and you got like stuff like not another movie series, or even Scary Movie, which wasn't scary or a movie. So yeah, okay. So the most disgusting thing about this fucking movie, I have to say,
Pizza the Hut.
Far, are you
Yeah.
okay? I can hear you hammering your keyboard.
I've got people messaging me on my other PC. Sorry.
But yes, I'm like nah, but is that goddamn fucking Pizza the Hut?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is deliberately nasty.
The really funny thing
made
is,
me not want pizza when I was younger.
I remember. I think it was an interview. Sort of like the suit itself. The actor put it on. It was sort of like 25, 30 pounds, so sort of like 15 odd kilos, and it was actually hot food on the outside, so it did actually burn him.
Yeah.
It was something really
Jesus.
disgusting
Right.
like that. Yeah.
Not
cool.
And other things, well,
The
recently
things they did for movie magic.
It looked the part. It was disgusting, which was the whole point.
So one of the things that Tim Ross was complaining about, because you know he can't shut the fuck up for 5 minutes, is the fact that they gave the white guys had combs, but he had an afro pick.
Yeah.
It's called a joke. Get a sense of humor, dipshit.
He doesn't have any. Far.
No, but
Of course he doesn't.
it would have been racist if it had been a white guy moving the afro comb.
Somebody
Yeah.
would have probably
Cultural
said that.
appropriation. Yeah.
He turned around and he's like, he's been
Either way, it's not like
Voyager.
they were gonna find any shit.
That's true.
He's like, I've been in Voyager, I've been in this movie, that movie. He said I was on TNG for a while. He said I've done crossovers, everything. He said was on the Orville and everything, and all I get there's we ain't seen shit.
Yeah.
We ain't found shit.
Because you're a humorless douchebag who had a handful of roles where he was a humorless douchebag. It was the one where you had any humors because somebody else wrote it.
So, speaking about douchebags, sorry.
Fuck off.
Okay, bye.
It was fun.
And come back.
You're gonna screw around and break EV Mux again.
No, what? No,
Now he's just trying to break it.
I'm trying to put everyone back where they were.
Don't worry, it's fine.
That's how you're gonna
about
break it.
It's gonna melt down like the fucking Chernobyl reactor.
So,
I'm Russian. I can make that fucking joke.
what was your little references and shit like that? What are your favorite references or anything?
Oh god, there's too many in the damn movie.
Yeah.
It is jam packed with them. Anywhere
Literally.
from Prince Valium.
Fucking Prince
Fucking
Valley.
diazepam.
Help desk. What about you?
There are a ton of it. My favourites have to be. They had to get George Lucas's permission
Yes.
to actually do this movie. One of the rules was they weren't allowed any merchandise, which is why they have an entire scene dedicated to having Spaceballs merchandise. It doesn't exist. But in return, George Lucas put a Millennium Falcon in the last, the scene of the truck stop.
Yeah, it's
There's a
sitting
Millennium
right there
Falcon,
on
yeah.
the fucking truck stop.
Literally just chilling.
And they got to use ILM for the special effects.
And they
Wow.
And another little thing I heard, I don't know if it's true, I've just heard it from a few people. Some of the ships are concept ships. Like the model concepts for the Star Destroyers.
Now that one I don't know. I know
I'm not
Spaceball
sure.
1
Yeah,
was an
about that.
amalgamation of a bunch of different shit they just threw together.
Yeah, it was a proper kit bash.
Sure, in
Yeah.
fucking Star Wars there was a potato. And in Star Trek there was a shoe.
In Star Trek, there was R2D2 flying out of in one of the new movies.
Yeah, in one of the, I believe it's
Yeah, the
DS9.
Millennium
there was a shoe.
Falcon was in Star Trek too.
That's right.
Yeah, but literally in one of the asteroid scenes, one of the asteroids in Star Trek was a genuine shoe. Just as
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't surprise me either.
but talking about jam, that scene where it was jammed, it's just like made me laugh. It kind of made me think of Cool Street.
Well, it's
Very.
funny that part too, because fucking Michael Winslow, they fucking basically pulled in from like Police Academy to do the exact same shit he was doing in those movies.
The man of 1,000 voices. That man is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like just in there, it's like we've lost the beeps, we've lost the blips, we've lost the click clap. What
Like the what, the what, and the what? And he reset it. He like repeats it. And fucking Rick Moranis is like, "That's not always lost."
I like the. What kind of radar is this? Oh, it's Mr. Coffee.
Oh,
Yes, I
I
always
drink coffee.
coffee when I'm looking
when I-
at the radar.
probably one of my favorite scenes was the whole bit with Spaceballs the movie.
No.
Oh yeah,
The
with
And
insane
then,
Yes,
and
yes.
them the whole Spaceballs the movie, and then the follow-up scene where they're explaining what part of the movie they're in.
we're at now. Go
We're
back
at
to then.
now.
When now? Now? I can't. Why? We missed it.
Exactly.
When?
You
Just
mean I
now.
Just
talked
now.
about this? Okay, guys, so this is now.
Oh
This
God!
is now.
Now,
So
now.
you want to go back to now?
Please,
Well,
no.
now.
When will then be now? Soon.
How soon?
Very soon. We have gone past it. We're now in the what?
Actually, me, I think one of the best scenes in it. The scene where Dark Helmet is playing with his dolls.
And Sanders busts in. He's like, "Knock next time, knock." He's like, "Did you see anything?" No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again.
That whole scene was improvised. It wasn't in the script.
That doesn't
They
surprise me in the
made it up
least.
as they went along.
One of my favorite little things, I was like, Kusri said it to me as well, was the hair buns are her earphones.
Yeah,
Yes, the fuck. That was so
She
ridiculous.
looks a lot better with her
Hair
ears.
down.
Yes, with her hair down, absolutely.
Sorry, I said her ears down.
Oh my god, I'm just reading now. You say about Michael Winslow. He
Yeah.
did the majority of sound effects used in the movie.
would not surprise me.
It's on the DVD audio
not
commentary,
surprise
and
me.
Mel Brooks joked that it saved them several $1,000s by letting him do that. Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That ring from the fucking Schwartz, the Schwartz ring. Oh, it's the ring of the Schwartz. That's fucking. It's one of
Your
those little.
shorts is almost as big as mine.
Yes,
The ring is Bupkis. I got it out of a Cracker Jack box.
pretty much. It's like it looked like something from a crack, but then later on, it reminded
He
me of
bedazzled
those.
the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that was just serious rhinestone to fuck.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of
pimp ring.
those American class rings that you guys get.
Oh, what the
Those
fuck
thing
school
is
did?
ugly as
their-
shit.
That's way worse than any class ring I ever saw. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I've never seen.
Like I've got my ring from my deployment with my fucking my unit ring, and it's just a solid stone inside a fucking metal ring.
Yeah, I didn't get a class ring because I looked at it and was like, that looks tacky. I would never use the thing.
Oh yeah, our class rings were fucking shitty too. Where at the county where I did.
We didn't get a class ring. I just left and never went back.
I wasn't interested. I got my military deployment ring obviously because I wanted that shit, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haptas, did you get a class ring?
No, I got GCSEs.
Oh, look at you, able to read. Smart
Hey,
fuck.
listen, I got 5 GCSEs, I'll have you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was terrible at school. Everyone else got 8. I ended up with 5.
I
Yeah.
was homeschooled, so I didn't get a ring.
What is a GCSE?
We'll explain that after.
Qualification.
Okay.
yeah. School was like all the people who are wistful about school. I can't get it. I got shifted from like 5 different school districts because all I did was get in fucking trouble in school.
I was talking about.
No, thank you. I prefer to keep my brain cells from the according folders.
So, my favorite running gag was the one constantly, Zoidic, or whatever her name was, constantly appearing on the walls.
Oh, yeah. You mean the hottest thing in the movie?
Nah, that was the princess for me.
No. She was better looking than the princess.
But
Commander Ed Zircon was definitely
yeah.
Although that had to actually been one of my funniest bits when she popped up on the unlisted bathroom wall.
Like,
And then she looks down, and then you see that look on her face afterward.
Little grin, yeah.
fucking smirk of I fucking caught it.
Hey, what about the nurse, the nose doctor,
Gretchen?
Oh, the nurse, yes.
Oh god.
She walks out, and he's like, "I bet she gives great helmet."
But there's like no fucking I know it's just a comedy, but I'm just saying there's no explanation about why he has that giant helmet. But did any of you notice the fact that he's dressed like a fucking prostitute?
The fucking shorts.
It looked more like a parody of a certain Austrian painter's painting where he was wearing the leather shorts and the tie.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I'm pretty sure that was deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Given
but
that the director is Jewish.
that is one of the most. This is one of the most Jewish movies in existence.
It finishes on the line, "May the Schwartz be with you." Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone in this is like Schwartz. And okay, so when Mel Brooks is playing yogurt, right? We have the dinks and who just run around just going ding 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 ding.
Oh, they have names.
What?
They have names?
They have names. I have a list of them
ahead.
They
here.
have name.
You
They
actually looked this up.
Rinky Dink, Blinky Dink,
Oh my god.
Stinky Dink,
They
Dinky
seven dwarfed it.
Finky Dink, and Winky Dink.
Dear
One of the
God.
Dinks was played by Tony Cox, who was an Ewok in Return of the Jedi.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. They got a lot of the.
I'm surprised they
Stormtroopers.
didn't get Warwick Davis in on that shit, honestly.
Warwick Davis was the kid at the time. Like,
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah.
I know that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but you
Well,
know.
Yeah.
I think you probably would, honestly. But...
Okay, he was less wrinkly.
Damn.
He didn't grow up. He just got wrinkly.
He's not a
Sorry.
prune.
Look, the dude didn't. The dude stopped growing, and he just got wrinkly. Yes, he is a prune.
Jesus.
Now,
Moving on.
Sorry. Before he get help desk arrested. Anyway,
I say nothing. Your problem, not mine.
so some of the weird fucking references that they had in the movie. Help desk. You were talking about a highbrow joke. What was that?
Oh, yeah, when they're talking about the ship going into
Kafka
metamorphosis.
Ready, Kafka?
And he goes, "Ready, Kafka." It's all like, for those who do not know, Kafka wrote a book called Metamorphosis.
And ironically, this is played while the ship is turning into a robot maid.
Yes.
Yes.
Which
And then all the freaking oral jokes afterward.
of course.
She's gone from suck to blow.
Oh.
But the funny thing about it was that she was actually using this is gonna sound stupid. The vacuum that she was using was a vacuum that was also in the Brave Little Toaster, which came out before this movie.
So?
There was a point during the 80s where every vacuum cleaner looked like that.
Everybody had a vacuum
Yeah.
that fucking...
Every
My
vacuum
parents had a
like that.
vacuum that looked like that.
Yeah, the bag and all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 1950s. I forget the name of
Well,
it.
the thing is that company was making them exactly like that all the way up until, like, the late 90s.
Yeah. Up,
Because
my
it
family's got
wasn't broke.
We still have it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yeah, you're like, it still works. It's just that when we plug it in, all the lights on the street go down for a few minutes. But it's still there. It's still good.
It's not an E EV.
No, it's that company begins with a K. They used to be fucking popular
Kirby.
years ago. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fucking. What is that bullshit Chevy makes? It's not a Chevy Volt. It's not going to explode or short out the power grid. Okay,
and it's not the game.
So I, for years, was convinced that they were talking about Schwartz. Like, it wasn't in the movie, but I 100% believed it was Schwartz the frozen yogurt.
what?
I think it might have been because of the joke where it was just like, yogurt! I hate yogurt! Even with strawberries!
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but I was 100% convinced for years
There was actually a
there
thing.
was a frozen yogurt scene in this movie.
I mean, that's all right.
Mandela effect bullshit?
There's a member of our family that for years referred to Neapolitan ice cream as Napoleon, so...
Napoleon ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah, bless.
It didn't help that when they were living in Germany, there was an ice cream brand that actually had fucking a cartoon Napoleon on it.
Oh, no.
Yes. It did not help the situation any.
Back to the movie. Okay. Essentially, the movie's about them stealing air from the Jewish people, not the Jewish. The Jewish couldn't.
Oh, hold on. You're shortchanging it. I mean, that's mid-movie. There's the whole plot where the only reason any of this works is because the princess decides to be stupid and flee the planet during her wedding. Now, granted, her husband-to-be sucks ass. But she flees the planet by herself, which gives the idiots on Spaceball 1 the chance to grab her as she's fleeing so they can hold her ransom.
He literally had to exit the air shield.
Yes.
Yep.
So, the president of Spaceballs lives on planet Spaceball, on a Spaceball, in Spaceball, in the Spaceballs Empire.
Well,
If you
Spaceball
look-
City is nothing but a bunch of Spaceballs.
Yeah. If you look
at the
at
architecture.
at Spaceball City, there is one ball in the middle, and on top of it is
It's a boob.
Christ. No, what's the name of that dome?
The Capitol.
It's the Capitol building,
dome.
yeah.
Yeah, just sitting on top of one of the balls. It's all like, oh, I wonder where he is.
No, he's into the one to the left of that. You know, like a certain
Hanging
politicians.
slightly to the left. Yes.
It's also kind of funny that the two chicks that were polishing his Spaceballs were the
twins.
Doublemint twins from TV, the old bubblegum commercials.
Me and Helpdesk will pretend we know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Well,
I'll explain.
no.
There was these commercials in the U.S. They were bubblegum commercials from the 80s and 90s, and it was these literal twins that they had doing these commercials. They called them the Doublemint twins for fucking years.
Wrigley's Doublemint.
And it's the
Yeah,
exact
Doublemint.
same chicks they got actually in Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Talking about people that got the voice at the end of the movie for the computer to self-destruct that is actually
Majel Barrett Roddenberry.
yes.
That's excellent. Have a
Like-
nice day.
Yeah, haven't.
Thank you.
And then the whole thing where they're talking about there's no way to reverse the process, and then the fucking computer's like, this is your last chance to hit the cancellation button.
Cancellation button.
And they flip it on. It's like, damn it.
Out of order.
Even in the future, nothing works.
No, but if you actually look at their stuff, none of it actually works. All of it, like,
There's something wrong with everything.
Yes.
I
The
mean,
coffee maker was too hot. The radar got jammed.
yeah.
Well,
No,
that
the-
was
The
external.
emergency brake had some issues getting how fast it
The
would
guard,
brake. No slowing down first.
the tactical officer's eyes were crossed. The room was full of
The
his
assholes?
cousins, the
We're
assholes.
full of assholes. Yeah.
And
I'm surrounded by assholes.
yeah,
Keep
I
firing,
think a lot of it is summed up by the line said by Mel Brooks near the end when it's about to explode. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't make decisions. I'm the president.
It's like and that whole thing about nothing working too is like that whole joke is set off by like they're supposed to be firing. He's like, fire a warning shot across her bow or across her nose.
I know.
And the guy's like, damn near hits the car 4 times. He's like, I said across her nose, not up it. Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best. Cross-eyed motherfucker.
Made that man, I got it.
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
what? Yes, some asshole. You're all surrounded by assholes.
Arsehole nepotism. Giving his cousin the good job. Terrible.
I know.
Yeah, because it's followed up like, how many assholes we got on this ship? And everybody stands up like, yo!
Or no, my favorite thing is the king when the king was talking about the car. It's a Mercedes-Benz model 2001.
Oh God, yeah. And he goes in a
SEL limited
spiel
edition,
about
yeah.
how he had a relative that got him a deal.
Moonroof, all leather interior.
It's like, okay, we get the picture, and they go through all that afterward. He's like, oh, if it's at all possible, try to save the car.
That car was never seen again after.
No.
Yep.
Then there was also the bit where we were mentioning how how much Dark Helmet's uniform looked like a parody of a certain German person.
Yes.
And there's that moment where he tells the guards to stand by, and one guy's, Jawohl, mein Führer. And he stops and he just stares at him.
Like, oh my god. But do you notice, none of the guards, the ones with the visors, couldn't see shit. Right?
Because you can't see shit with those fucking helmets on.
Which is a parody of the Stormtroopers, because they can't see shit canonically, which was an answer.
The Coke bottle lenses, yeah.
Well, the problem with the Stormtroopers, they could never get it straight, whether it was the rifles, the helmets, or if they were just recruiting idiots. It was always a different explanation.
Well, no, you see, my theory behind this, because this has been around for a while, they intentionally missed.
Yeah, they put a bug.
When you're looking at them when they
ship.
attack the Sand People,
They murdered the hell out of them.
Yeah, they slaughtered.
But when the Millennium Falcon's been captured, that's when they start intentionally missing, and it's because they want them to get the Millennium Falcon.
Well, and the princess even mentioned, she's like, they let us go.
They let us go. Exactly,
Yeah.
because they're being tracked. And if they'd been shot, they wouldn't have been tracked. So they're not bad shots, they're tactical.
You're tactical.
And I am.
Coulson's a tactical sparkle dog.
Sparkle? She's not sparkling.
She's a sparkle
Oh,
dog.
that's the type of, like... You know how, like, with furries, there's, like, species and stuff like that?
No, I know. If you've seen that one character my friend Amanda made for me, that's a species she created.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
What the
So,
fuck was...
The ones that you made
You
that
just had
are,
an
like,
asteroid.
based off of what they would look like, where it's mixed with a bunch of colors, like when they're, like, 10 or some shit.
Yeah.
Sparkle dog.
Okay, fair enough.
Talking about dogs, I think Barf was the best thing in the movie.
I fucking love
Look,
dogs.
the world lost a treasure when John Candy passed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. God rest his soul. He's up in heaven now making the angels laugh.
I hope so, honestly.
Yeah.
Or screaming when he actually sees
Interestingly,
the angels.
Interestingly enough, they did get his son to play his role in the upcoming sequel.
That is so wonderful.
Really? I thought I was expecting Josh Gad to be playing him.
No, Mel Brooks himself confirmed that they'd gotten John Candy's son to actually reprise the role for him.
It also showed up in a TikTok where a bunch of the cast was actually going through wearing Spaceballs the t-shirt from Spaceballs the elevator.
Dink.
And so we got to see him passing by through with it.
Like an asteroid. I hope my house is okay.
Oof.
Yeah. I haven't paid the mortgage off on this. I owe $28 million on this house.
You're in a house?
That's why I'm
The
living out of my
Winnebago.
camper van.
I'm actually in this. Hold on. Let me show you. This is going to be funny.
I can see it from the outside if that's where he's at.
No. This is going to be fucking hilarious, okay?
Evie Mux just crashes. Okay, yeah, it is exactly the same thing then. Yeah, he's just standing outside of it over there.
Look, see? There she is.
You can't reach that from that world.
I
It
know.
is a fake ceiling, and it made me mad when I tried to reach for it.
And look,
That's
the
why I
Millennium
ended up
Falcon's
in this
over there
one,
as
'cause I
well.
was like, that
Oh, God,
was-
you guys on the truck stop.
Yeah.
That figures.
Hold on. Look at my living.
And if you go into the truck stop, it actually goes into like another like little apartment room thingy. It's actually kind of cute.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna say I'm staying out here though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tempt
I'm
it.
in a completely different area
And as I say, look at my feet. Oh.
because I was like, I want generic space.
You look like you're in like some shit from like the prequels.
So I'm in this world.
What in the nine hells is that?
Space.
I
Your
gotta
track,
stand up.
It's
No,
just
I meant where
space
she's supposed
world.
to be. We are so off topic again.
We run on tangents. I think we all have ADHD.
There we go.
They tried to diagnose me with ADHD when I was a kid, and then they tried to change it to 3 other things.
Did you bite them?
No, but I bit my dentist once.
To be fair, he did have his fingers in your mouth. So that's kind of
justified. That was I got barred for. I was like I think 8 or 9 years old, and yeah, I got barred from that dentist indefinitely.
Anyway, so back to the movie. My God. That was a fucking tangent.
You guys started it.
We need to rename this podcast.
The Tangent Podcast?
It's got to be something like that because we never keep a single subject.
Remember, I've been telling you, I am going to do a reboot, like rebrand and that, so we will call it the Tangent Podcast.
You know, you could just call, like when we do these, you could just call them Irrelevant Tangent.
Irrelevant Tangent number 441. Farv, what kind of cheese do you like? Oh, wonderful. I shout it out.
It's not a tangent if it's planned.
But we never plan the tangents; they just happen.
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's the point.
We got through a topic, and we ended up with tangents in the topic.
We are 100% proving that right now.
So, what was the dot matrix?
Dot matrix.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, dot matrix is the name of an old printer that you can't get anymore.
It's also, it was also what they printed on each individual Game Boy on the screen where the little power light was.
Yeah. Which is...
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. What the fuck? Oh my God, I can activate that? No.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry, I can turn on the push to talk with everyone here, which is evil.
That would be pretty bad.
Why would that be a thing?
That's a good fucking question.
I don't know, but...
Are we sure it's not the push to talk on that particular thing?
Let's not experiment until the stream is over.
We are not
Don't fuck with that. This thing barely works as it is.
Tater's just realised that a game can actually be a game.
What?
I'm sorry. The look on your face when you just went, "What?
What the fuck are we doing?"
That's a very good question. What are you talking about?
You're in VR chat. It's a game, and you've just realised you can gamify it.
Yeah,
I think it's God.
Dude, it's 1:30 in the morning. Stop using big words. I'm very sleepy and very old. Okay.
I'm older than you, dick.
Yeah. That's why when you get up in the morning, you're like, and take about 12 hours to not die. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, so John Candy, when he was playing Bath,
yes,
which is a fantastic, to get the ears and tails wagging, he had to wear this mechanical battery-powered device. Now, 80s technology...
That fucking harness.
Yeah, 80s technology was not great. It weighed about 40 pounds.
Him too, probably.
Yeah.
He was not that fat in real life.
Yeah, that
battery and...
Well, he was towards the end of his life.
Well, yeah, but he was much younger at the time of this movie.
1987.
87.
Yeah. But I'm also convinced that movie was very loud.
Probably, considering some of the props, yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
The amount of ADR editing they probably had to do for certain
scenes
had to have been insane.
Absolutely.
They also had this thing about doing as many effects in camera as they could, because there was a thing at the time that working with green screen too much would damage your eyes.
Oh, Lord.
It has been proven to be false.
I forgot about that shit.
That was a mess.
Yeah, but it meant that you had all the stars, when they weren't actually acting, wore sunglasses, just in case. That's like, yeah, it was a big thing because no one knew. But I mean, cool technology, but
yeah, but it was new technology, and so everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's going to cause cancer and kill the babies."
Pretty much.
Well, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry.
I mean, yes.
If you've ever heard of the Radium Girls.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Did you find new buttons?
He's found new buttons. He's gamifying.
What
he's
in
gamifying
the hell are you
again.
doing?
Green sparkles, blue sparkles. We've got the Schwartz.
We got the Schwartz.
We've got the Schwartz.
He's trying to kill any of the epileptics in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
Jesus.
No, don't offend your
Don't
audience.
do that.
Leave that to Starfleet Academy stars.
Oh.
Okay, let's say it like this. Every Kusri will agree with me. Every girl wants a boyfriend with epilepsy. It's a vibrating boyfriend.
Oh
no!
Hey, look!
I
I dated a chick in high school that had epilepsy, and that was scary. Actually, I don't know if that's funny.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a stern talking to in a World on VR chat for that, and she didn't, and the moderator didn't like it when I started making worse jokes.
Oof.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason.
To be fair, it's VR chat. That's not surprising.
That is also true.
Yeah.
So anyway, that
As
dress,
I say,
one of the weird, like the funny little facts I love in the movie was the king of the Druids, right? So
King Roland.
Yeah, King Roland. And they see him rolling.
Oh, Lord.
He had a photograph of his daughter, which was in the same dress that she was wearing when she was gone.
It was probably one of the pre-wedding photos they took.
With a little umbrella, like a 1980s dating picture.
I think it's one of the consistency photos. You know, when they put someone in costume, they take a picture of what it looks like, so the next time they get dressed, they can make it
so they have to
exactly the same.
recostume them for another scene. Yeah, that probably would be true.
So it's probably just sort of like a set shot that they just reuse over and over.
There you go.
Kusri's a sparkle dog.
Kusri's playing with her arms again.
I was actually just stretching.
Every time I look up at her for part of the screen, it's just vibrating and rattling. It's like somebody's got a camera like on a dog's back or something rattling around.
Well,
there's a reason I put mine in static, so it doesn't move.
Well, the reason is Kusri's is actually attached to her head.
Yeah, I know what she's doing. I know why it's doing it. It's just funny to watch, because it's like every time I look at the screen, something's happening there. Every time.
Talking about it, my God, some of the costumes, but where the fuck did he get the costume at the end of this movie?
I don't know.
Up their ass.
I'm assuming, given Spaceballs logic, there was some budget costume rental place or something on the way.
Yeah.
Or possibly when they were refueling and stuff, the Dinks ended up finding it in the area with the Spaceballs merch and was like, well, no one else is going to use this fucking thing.
What do you do? Put it in a fortune cookie?
Barf got a haircut.
No, I hid it in the one area of the Winnebago that no one would check.
Underneath the fire hydrant.
Hey, help desk, go into the Winnebago and see it's your fire hydrant.
No, comfy.
Hey, the necklace, the Winnebago came with the necklace. It was already in the, it was in the closet of the
most
Winnebago.
people who have Winnebagos are meth dealers are far.
But this is
I don't own a
1980s.
fucking motorhome, you jackass.
Yeah, Winnebagos were actually the hot commodity in the 80s.
Yeah,
that shit was fucking expensive.
Yeah, you only have one
They used
going
to be able to
cross-country.
drive it for miles.
Yeah.
Kusri, you're from Ohio.
Now motherfuckers just buy buses with shit in
What's
them.
the large population of Winnebagos in Ohio to sheep?
Wow.
Is it like 4 Winnebagos to sheep, or is it like 60?
For fuck's sake.
Not that many sheep.
God, Americans will do
Apparently, it's
anything
more
not to use the
cows
metric
and-
counting system.
She doesn't live in Wales.
No. So far, how many apples tall are you?
We're not having this conversation. You can take your metric system and jam it up your bunghole.
The apple thing was because of fucking Hello Kitty.
Oh, I know.
Who's a little girl in a costume?
That is married to a cat.
3 apples tall
No,
and weighs
that's
5
no,
apples.
that's everyone is wearing costumes to make Hello Kitty happy.
No, they put that Dear Daniel is a fucking cat.
The lore of Hello Kitty is so confusing. Please don't get into it now. My brain cannot handle this.
Okay, talking about costumes, which is the best one in this?
Oh, jeez. I mean, from personal bias, again, I would say the one commander's uniform, because woof. But, I mean, from a purely objective standpoint,
Lord Pete.
There's a lot of good costumes in this movie, to be honest.
As disgusting as it is, Pizza the Hut.
I don't know if you can even call that a costume. It was more like a life-size prop that the guy was just stuck in.
Yeah, he got burnt in. He did it.
I think because of all the mechanics and stuff that they had to do, I would say Barf was definitely on the higher end for me on that one.
Probably. I mean, because that, as much as the thing was horrible, it was very expressive, and everything worked the way it was meant to, which is impressive on its own.
I'm not going to lie. What
about Dark Helmet's safari outfit?
Okay, that was funny at least. And I love, if you're paying attention, that fucking thing they're sitting in is just a hover. It's just a hover Kubelwagen from Germany.
Yeah, right.
It's really funny the way they did that was. It's the same way they did it in Star Wars.
Yep,
having mirrors attached to 45
and then they
degrees.
smeared the scene in between to blur it, so it looked like there was heat coming from it.
Yeah, but just put mirrors so it just reflects the sky and it looks like it's hovering. It's a really simple but really clever way of getting a cheap effect.
Very wonderful way to make it work.
Yeah, like speaking about cheap, look at us. Us three, we're cool. No. We're cheap.
Wow.
Look, we're Temu VTubers now, okay?
I got nothing, man.
Yeah, I don't really have an answer for that one, but yes, I agree with
you. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Well, who was it? Is the only person can blow raspberries?
What?
There was a line about blowing raspberries.
Oh no, he said only one man would dare give me the raspberry.
Give me the raspberry. Yeah. Lone Star.
No, Jesus, Guthrie, did you fall over?
That was me acting like I was falling back in the chair because that was when the camera went up and hit him in the face.
You're gonna mess around and give yourself a concussion with that thing.
No, it's literally I'm on a metal chair, so I knew that it was gonna hit me in the back. It's not doing anything different.
Guthrie, does your chair stand still?
Yes.
Does it spin around?
No.
It's a metal chair. Of course it doesn't spin around.
Yeah, it's literally a folding chair.
Everything can
because
spin
of the house I'm in at the moment.
Everything can spin around if you try hard enough.
Not unless you put it on a fucking turntable.
Put you on a turntable.
You know what they say?
You can't put me anywhere, buddy.
Every chair is a spinning chair. You've just got to be prepared to put the effort in.
Exactly.
There you go.
Sorry, it was stuffy in there. I just take my helmet off.
Oh,
it's naked now.
Yes, I just took the helmet off. It was a bit stuffy. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Now you can.
Spaceballs the otter.
Yeah, the funny thing is on the avatar, the name is actually covering over the fact it does say Spaceballs the avatar on me.
No, it says the otter.
Wow.
On his ass, it says Spaceballs the avatar.
It does, yeah.
Literally on his ass.
Yes, you've said that 3 times now. It doesn't.
Because it's funny.
It is.
So if you could steal anything from this movie, what would it be?
1 million space bucks.
Yeah, but what's the conversion rate?
The communications officer?
Gas Mark 3. I don't know.
Help desk. Don't say that. The Americans won't know what that is. Sorry, that's washing.
Carrots per square ironing board. It's easy.
Yeah.
You guys are a fucking disaster, you know that?
I'm
British,
sorry,
of course we are.
Okay, that was a self-admission from hell.
I'm sorry, Favre. How many washing machines to spring rolls does your car get per turnip?
See, the problem is this is only a joke to you because it makes perfect sense to anybody who doesn't live in Europe.
Do you know how much I care? 1/10 the thickness of a human hair.
No, it's about 3 3/4 the thickness of a human nail. Sorry, they don't know what that is. Anyway. Cussy's going to poison me.
Yes. That's it? Yes.
No, but okay. Like, that desert is a really famous fucking desert. Like, I've after seeing so many things shot there, they shot Enterprise there. Literally.
Do we remember which desert it is?
Is it one of the places that's only 25 miles away from the studios?
Dude, I bet if they turned the camera around, because we have the yellow is a bad choice.
That was the point.
I figured as much.
I think it's what's the rocks? The Nebraska or Nebraska rocks?
At least it wasn't the other color.
Yeah, the famous rocks that are 25 miles
California
away from
desert.
Imperial
Near
Sand
Yuma.
Dunes, Yuma County.
Yeah, Yuma, Arizona.
Well, it's Imperial County. It's between California and Arizona,
Was
technically.
that where Enterprise was filmed as well?
Lots of things were filmed.
Yuma, Arizona.
The whole area, because the studio have to pay.
Oh my
a certain
God!
amount the further away you get.
I've been to one of the locations where they shot this. I actually lived there for a few months. Indio is a place at the edge of California where the desert's at.
Oh, wow.
I had an uncle that lived out there.
Indio?
Yeah.
Isn't that where they have Coachella?
No, that's out near Hammett.
Why the fuck do you know what Coachella is?
Oh, I was just watching. There was a video on how absolutely fucking terrible it is.
Yeah,
it's a YouTube channel called Ray Like Sunshine, and
it has declined drastically over the years.
It's like people pay $12,000 to actually go there, and they're the poor ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no. Talking about poor, like they turn around and it's like, he took at the end of the movie after she got back, right? From being kidnapped, after being kidnapped and escaping, and then got kidnapped again. This movie's technically a hostage movie. You can't tell me it's not. It's technically a hostage movie.
Yeah.
There's also some. I don't even know.
But, right? When she gets back, he only took $284 and
48
space bucks.
Yeah, 248 space bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Toll money and like a burrito or something like that.
Lunch, gas, and tolls.
Lunch, gas, and tolls.
Lunch, gas, and tolls.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you want another joke,
always
the church, the Reformed Druid Church, was actually filmed at St. Matthew's Episcopal Church, which was in Los Angeles.
Jesus Christ!
I still like the fact the outside shots of the castle, the Druid Castle, is a place I have actually been to.
Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein in Germany. It is beautiful. It's
what?
Just this castle on a hill.
The way you pronounce German words is hilarious to me.
Neuschwanstein is how it's pronounced.
Okay, let's ask a real German.
No.
You wouldn't punch a kitty cat, would you?
Neuschwanstein. See,
I'm not German, I'm Russian, but my brother spent a lot of time in Germany and he speaks German.
Look at this little face. You wouldn't punch it in the face, would you?
It's not a real cat, so I don't have to worry about it.
Maybe.
I would punt that cat, man.
Ooh.
What the fuck did I do to you?
Jacob, you have to be careful. That word doesn't mean the same in English.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh,
I forgot about that. Yep.
Famously, there is a line in the Harry Potter books about the caretaker punting children across the river. Now, in England, that means put them on a boat and sail them across. In America, the caretaker is drop kicking the children to the other side.
yes, he is.
Okay.
I found that hilariously amusing.
Well, Jacob, would you hurt this little fox?
Why?
I love the why.
Well, so why? You drop kick me, but she's okay?
He has no reason to hurt me.
Oh.
Jacob, she steals all your stuff. What?
What the fuck? What the hell was that?
The fuck?
I was trying to say she steals all your snacks, but I got letters mixed up, okay? She steals all your snacks. When you slim,
I don't know what stealing is, but okay, I guess.
She steals all your snacks when you sleep.
I have my own snacks.
Yeah, they used to be mine, bitch. Then you fucking stole
Yeah,
them.
but do you know what that means over here? It's a baseball term.
What, snealing?
Huh?
Schnell.
No.
No?
Is that...
Punt.
Punt. Yes, kick.
Yeah,
It's
a
kind of
drop
kick
kick.
move with the ball, isn't it?
What?
What
Hold
in
on.
the hell is fucking happening with this
Hold on,
conversation?
I
you
do
wouldn't...
not know.
No, Jacob, it would... You wouldn't kick me, would you, Jacob?
This is right up there with
I
that
would do-
scene from
that's
the end
creepy,
of the
man.
Tim Burton Batman, where the Joker puts on glasses. Like, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
That is exactly what I was just thinking. So I think we have concluded that all of us would kick Tater.
Why?
You asked.
But
You did.
But no one tells me why they want to hurt me. I'm not that bad.
Although that does lead me on to another little fact I found.
Go ahead.
The original title for the movie was Planet Moron. But they didn't call it that because there was another movie, I think it was being shot at the same time, that had that title as well.
Oh my god.
So they just wanted to give it another name, and what they decided was just to put the word space in front of something.
I don't know what the movie was.
And then Mel Brooks spilt a drink and shouted balls. And no word of a lie. That is how they came up with the title. Spaceballs. There you go.
Man.
So this has been Spaceballs, the review, for about 25 minutes.
And about 20 minutes of
20 minutes of
non-sequitur
confusing
bullshit.
ourselves. We need to make a timer. We need a
should
timer.
probably
of
ask
where we are.
one thing real quick. Is there something we're looking forward to for the sequel?
Oh, that's.
I mean, in general, I'm just hoping it's decent. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not expecting it to be as good as the original.
It will.
I just want
it
it
will
to
never
be
live up to the
fun.
original.
As long as they don't make it like, remember this joke from the original?
Oh god, yeah. If it's too referential, they're gonna fuck it
The
up.
characters
Yeah.
from it who are there. So I'll go in and I'll find
Okay.
Spaceballs. The new
So
one.
yeah, I mean they're bringing back Bill Pullman.
Yep.
Obviously,
Pretty
he's
much
gonna play
anybody they could
Ace
get
Adventure.
who's still alive, they're bringing
Yeah.
back.
But I mean, we've lost John Candy, Dot
Yeah.
Matrix.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Rivers.
Mel Brooks is Yogurt and President Scroob.
Yeah.
Okay, so same
He's
as
nearly
before.
100 now, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's in
Bill
his 90s,
Pullman
yeah.
is Lone Star.
Yeah.
Rick Moranis is Lord Dark Helmet.
Which is awesome because he had retired. They actually
He
got him
had.
to come back out of
Yeah.
retirement.
Daphne's Nugna is Queen Vespa.
Yep.
Then you have Josh Gad.
Yep.
You have Kiki Palmer as Destiny. And you have Lewis Pullman, who's the actual son of Bill
Of
Pullman,
Bill Pullman. Yep.
as Lone Star and Vespa's son. Then you have
Right,
Anthony Carrigan as somebody.
As somebody.
And Colonel Sanders is coming back. Who?
That's pretty fucking cool,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry.
And it took us a while to realise that the joke is Colonel Sanders chicken.
I don't know why it took you guys that long.
I don't know why either.
I've got a very small IQ and a very low brain.
I have watched this movie
Yikes.
religiously for many years, and it's only been in the last
I
few
have,
where I
like,
actually heard the line and went, "That's great."
I have a massive, collection of Mel Brooks stuff on Blu-ray. So, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So, we are going to wrap this up here before we die.
Before I say any
Or go on another fecking
British
tangent?
cuss words.
I wonder where the name Tangent comes from.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, don't.
Oh, no, don't.
that out
Just
later.
don't do it. No.
It's mathematical.
We are not dealing
and
with
it
the
just means
English
off at a funny angle. That's all you need to know.
The word tangent comes from Latin, meaning word
Oh my god.
tangents, which is the present participation of the verbal tangent, meaning to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Touches upon, but not necessarily in line with.
That's right. So
No.
I will. No, that would have come out wrong.
Good.
Anyway, stream's over.